So good afternoon everybody, I am Jayashree from SNS College of Technology, Department of Biomedical Engineering. I am going to take priority encoder. So let us see in detail what do you mean by priority encoder. So this is what we are going to see, this priority encoder. Before going to see this, we have to see what is the human observation and why this priority encoder, and what is the priority encoder operations and why priority encoder travels in biomedical field. So let us recall this. Each and every time the doctors need to see this biomedical setups and human active with priority encoder. Nurse or doctor observe raw signals. Okay. So manually wrote down in simplified coded information, pulse 72 BPM, that is pulse per minute, and normal. So the problem is what subject to human error, it is not scalable. So let us see this. Before priority encoder, the biomedical device mostly use analog recording, manual switches or diode logic or human interpretation to handle signals. So priority encoder replace these by giving a systematic, compact and automatic coding process. So let us see here. This is what empathize stage. So we can transfer why do we do encoders in biomedical systems. The problem is what? Multiple biomedical signals ECG, EEG, EMG need organized and coded transmission. So for example, so IC monitors gather multiple patient parameters, right, simultaneously. So either it is emergency or inpatient or outpatient, or IC monitors gather multiple patient parameters. So this is what the challenge here, managing the signal priority when multiple inputs occur. This is what this ECG leads feeding into a digital system. And what is priority encoder? It is a combination logic circuit. Only one output is activated at a time. It performs encoding operations. It converts 2 power n input lines into n output lines. So for example, if the n number of input is 2, we have 4 output lines. And next one is what? Priority encoder function. Okay. So convert this multiple alto signal into digital codes for storage transmission, and medical imaging priority encoder compress pixel intensity data in MRI or CT scans. Next one is what? Define. So the priority encoder in biomedical system converts human friendly psychological signals, okay, into the coded digital informations. Let us see the priority encoder in the graphical representation. This is what this graphical representation of this priority encoder. Biomedical signal encoders function are the human, that is converts human friendly psychological signals and output and psychological signal examples. This is what this applications ECG encoder, medical imaging encoders and implantable device encoders. Next one is what? Ideate. So we have already the types of decoders, right? In Ideate we can see the brainstorm, that is biomedical priority user case. We can wear the health monitor systems like this priority encoder convert multiple sensor signals into a compact coded streams for the wireless transmission. It also have the pacemaker circuits. Priority encoder detects cardiac arrhythmias and encode them into signals with trigger therapy. What do you mean the trigger therapy? Okay. And next one is what? This is also the one kind of this priority encoder, neuropathies and biomedical imaging. So priority encoder transforms brain activity into the coder signal that control robotic limbs. Biomedical imaging, this priority control encoder compress MRI and CT scan into the digital coded forms for faster cloud and sharing. Develop adaptive biomedical priority encoder that change a coding scheme based on the patient psychological condition for more efficient monitoring. These are the assessment of about the priority encoder. So what is the primary function of the priority encoder in the biomedical circuit? We have the four options. So out of these four options, students, let me know your answers. So thank you all. Have a great day.